welcome into the CHGO Bets Daily Show, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO. No idea why I was thrown off by that. It's a show we do daily. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me is Cody Del Mendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. Cody, how you doing?
I'm trying to take some momentum into tonight. I went 2-1 on single plays yesterday. Shout out to Michigan. Shout out to the over for Houston and Temple. But Fordham, you're dead to me. But other than that, I'm all right. Also had a parlay that I thought was a lock, and it didn't. It was not, in fact, a lock. But
Cody, and that's the thing right there is you just use two double negatives in a word. You use parlay and lock. Those things.
It was at plus 158. It was a 3-leg parlay at plus 158. Sean, it's
at plus money. That means it's not going to happen. I mean, go look at the markets for the coin flip. The coin flip, which is 50-50, is at minus 110 on either side. If you take that prop on any sports book and it's not plus 100 on each side, you're stupid. It's a 50% chance of it happening. 3 teams winning is not 50% chance of happening. That's not a lock.
Yeah.
I love you.
We started something that we haven't done the entire first 11 months of CHGO Bets Daily. And all I did was just create a sports betting channel in the Discord. So all the diehards, we can all grieve and celebrate together now. And if you're not a diehard, become a diehard, because not only do you get to talk about all your favorite teams in Chicago, the ups and downs, but you can also shove it in my face whenever I give you bad picks and you fade me, and you come in Discord and tell me that, I faded Cody and I won a lot of money. And as much as that would pain me, I'm just happy to see people winning money, because that's what the show is all about, is winning money. So just a thought. That's the positive we're taking into Super Bowl week. You know what I mean? And into tonight's Bulls and college basketball slate. So there's your morale going into today.
There we go. I started using this app, Pickett. I know we've been using Action.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. It's spelled differently. They're not brothers. The Pickett app and Kenny Pickett and Action Network and BetSync. For some reason, I like the Pickett one. Just to let you know, just throwing you a shout out. I got a referral code if you want it. But I just realized that January was my first positive month I've ever had of betting.
Yes, it's just nice to win one, Sean.
It's nice to win one. And like all my other ones are like, I'm down like 0.5 units or 0.10 units, 0.2 units. There was one ugly month. I think I was one whole unit. That's not good. But I was up 19 or 0.19 units. So about $200 in January. And we're hoping
teasers were the lock of the century for a good week or two there. So
yes, sir. And I'm back on the singles. All right, folks. I think we're gonna still put about $10 on a teaser town here and then. Again, I'm still tired of teaser town. I think we might shrink those to 3 teams just because 5's too many variances. If you're getting plus money and you're buying points like that, and you could still get plus money, we'll get to a teaser a little bit later. I still do like that. But I had Paolo Banchero to have a double against the Hornets. Easy money, 20 and 10 from the rookie, and Magic plus 1.5. I was looking on Pinnacle Sportsbook, looking at their odds. They had Magic -1, and on a different sports book, not DraftKings Sportsbook, the best sports book out there, I had a bonus bet, and this weekend I turned 20 into 40, 40 into 137. So let's go. We're feeling good this weekend. So we're gonna take a quick break, let you know about DraftKings Sportsbook, and then we'll get into our plays in the night. I'm really excited. I got some college basketball plays, got some NBA Bowl specific plays as well, trying to win you money today. Are you ready for the biggest Sunday in sports, though? Cody said he's trying to build up the bank for this Sunday. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57, has all the Super Bowl action you need. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get in on the Super Bowl 57 excitement with DraftKings Happy Hour Super Boost. Check out the DraftKings Sportsbook app every day between 5 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to see what prop bet will be boosted. Let's go. I didn't even know about that, Cody. These are my favorite parts about the ads because they're just selling the app to me as well as an avid user.
DraftKings has the best promos. And I'm not just saying that because there are sponsor. They really do.
But I mean, shout out to the NBA No Sweat Same Game Parlay. They said they were going to be running that for a week. Guess what? Still running it. We got a no sweat for you. If you lose that one, you get a credit back up to $10. So we're very excited about that. And they say, talk about the Super Bowl pick. Just take the Chiefs. Chiefs are still plus money. They're going to win the game. Okay, people? So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CHGO. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl 57 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly, only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. I mean, I said the Chiefs, and I don't know. Maybe the defensive line for the Eagles wins it, but it's Patrick Mahomes. And I've seen it before with Brady losing to the Nick Foles Eagles, and I've seen him losing to the Eli Manning-led Giants when they're undefeated just because the defensive lines were that much of a difference maker, but I don't know. I feel like the Chiefs' defensive line can make an impact. We've seen that already. So I don't know where you're leaning already right now, Monday, 6 days out from the Super Bowl, but I'm sitting on 2 Chiefs tickets right now.
I'm not doing this to play devil's advocate, but I am leaning the Eagles right now. You mentioned the Chiefs' defensive line. Well, the Eagles' defensive line, I mean, straight up hurt Brock Purdy and what was it, Jake Johnson or Joe Johnson? I don't know. Whoever Johnson for the 49ers injured both quarterbacks in their last game, and they've been one of the best defensive lines in football all year. I don't know. Right now I'm leaning Eagles, but I don't have an official play yet. But I will say that considering what the spread is right now, I would just take money line on whoever you're betting because losing because of 1 point on the spread is brutal. So I'm just trying to help the people out there. But I will say, as far as a prop play, I kind of I think it's plus 2,200 for someone that's not a quarterback to throw a passing touchdown. And the Philly special started in Philly for a reason. I kind of like that play. The odds are very, very juicy. I wouldn't say it's plus 2,200 at least last.
What are the odds for there to be a safety?
I bet they're very. I bet it's very valuable, Joey.
I always like that bet. You know what? You never know what's going to happen. Remember when the Ravens just ran it out of the back of the end zone to end the game in the punt? That guy, whoever had the safety in that game, is probably going mental.
Yeah,
good feeling. I always like that one. There's a safety in the
game though.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No, that was the Ravens 49ers game. They had a holding call, and then Sam Cook ran it out of the back of the end zone on a punt. There was also a safety in the Denver. So imagine
the Denver-Seattle game.
Imagine you bet first score to be a safety in that game.
There's 9. Oh, that's ridiculous. If that's so nine safeties in Super Bowl history.
Wow. A non-QB to have 1+ passing touchdown at plus 2,200.
That is pretty juicy. I almost feel like it would be higher than that.
Again, it's plus 2,200, so the odds of it actually happening aren't great, but it's juicy and it's happened before.
What are you tapping your chest about?
I got to point the finger at the guy that was wrong. You're correct.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter of Super Bowl XLVII between the Ravens and Super Bowl, when the Ravens were ahead 34-29, having the ball with 12 seconds remaining, Sam Koch ran the.
I believe it's pronounced Cook.
8 seconds.
But yeah,
whoever.
They held him in the end. They held 2 in the end zone, and then he just ran it out the side. And then there was this really interesting thing where Joe Flacco was mic'd up on the sideline, and Ted Ginn was returning the ball for the 49ers, and Joe Flacco was like, if he breaks this off for some reason, I'm just going to run on the field and tackle him. And I always wondered what the hell would have happened if Joe Flacco had ran off the sidelines and tackled what would have been the game-winning touchdown. But sorry.
No, you're
continue
fine.
with the betting.
No, we are betting, and I think actually can you find the safety
I
one?
wonder what the line was on that. Joe Flacco running off the side. Anyone not in the game to make a tackle?
Anyone not in the game to make?
He was literally on the sideline. He was like, I'm going to run onto the field.
Does that count if like the if like security tackles a streaker?
Yeah, I guess.
Also,
I'm trying to. I mean, super. So like, what? Just sorry to cut you off. So safety history in the Super Bowl is interesting, just because in the past, I think, like 15 years, there's been 4 safeties. And before that, it was like, I mean, like there's been more safeties in the past like 15 years than I think the other time. So I low key kind of like the safety bet, Joe. I don't know.
This guy, I just looked it up on Bleacher Report here. 50-1 odds in the 2013 Super Bowl on the first score being a safety, and it hit. He won $50,000.
Damn. All right. Well, I don't know about first score, but
me either. But I like safety.
Let's see. I can't find safety.
Hey,
so
safety happens. You heard it here first. And if
Joey's gonna be, I mean, there's so many.
Not quarterback throws a touchdown, you heard it here first as well. Cody, who are the potential candidates? Like, is there anybody who's got like a good arm? Like, do they have like like who are the good position? Like, remember
who's throwing the pass?
Right. Who were some of the guys?
Trey Burton, right, was a former quarterback, and then he threw the pass.
He threw the Philly special pass.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like who's the former
who was the guy in the Bengals that they used to always bring in to throw it? Oh, Mohamed Sanu. He used to pass it a ton.
And then there's Randall L threw one as well.
He threw on to Hines Ward.
Yeah. Hey, also shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook. Again, they are our sponsor for a reason. They're the best sportsbook in America. Coin toss results: heads plus 100, tails plus 100.
Awesome.
If you are finding any other odds, you are getting scammed. I hate to tell people basic math.
50-50 shot. Tails never fails. That's my play. That's the lock.
There you go. And tails never fails, but about 50% of the time it does.
Yeah. I don't think it won last year. I think heads won last year.
I did see you sent the oh yeah, that's right. Joseph Gotti said Travis Kelce was converted from a QB to tight end by Brian Kelly. He came in
very smart.
Yeah. So maybe a little jump pass. Maybe a little Travis Kelce sneak. Oh, jump pass. You know what I'm saying? Little
and
tight end eligible.
The Chiefs also have Matt Nagy. The Chiefs have Matt Nagy, so he loves to do the little like line up your left tackle on quarterback on the biggest play of the game. Like he loves doing dumb shit like that.
Do we take then? What was the one? It was Do you have the quarterback to receive a touchdown? Or
non-quarterback to throw a touchdown, right, Cody?
I don't even see that one anymore.
They have QB to have 1 touchdown reception at plus 3,000. So
I don't like that one as much. I don't think
any offensive lineman to score
quarterback to make the catch, right? But
any offensive lineman to score 1 receiving touchdowns at 35-1. Kelce throwing it to a lineman again. Maybe I'm predicting like 1 yard line. They're gonna sneak with Mahomes, but Kelce's behind them, or maybe Kelce's taking the snap, and then instead of diving over, he little pop pass. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And also, will Jason? I know he's a center. Will Jason Kelce catch a pass in the end zone? Can they have both brothers catch a touchdown? What is the NFL writing in that script, Cody? What are the touchdowns? What narratives are we trying to create here? I think Jason Kelce scoring a touchdown
on the offensive line one now.
Disgusting. 35-1. Put a couple bones on that one. Why not? Let's get into some of the bets from today, though. I didn't realize we were going to be talking about the Super Bowl, but here we go. It's supposed to be a 20-minute show. We're 15 minutes in. Cody, rapid fire. Let's go through your bets. You give a little section. I'll give a little section. We'll pass the baton.
So tonight's college basketball slate isn't that great, in my opinion. But there's 2 premier games. We got Kansas and Texas and Duke and Miami. Duke goes to Miami. Texas goes to Kansas. Kansas coming off getting blown out by Iowa State. Iowa State's really good, though. But I expect Kansas to bounce back at home. I'm sorry, Joey. I'm sorry. I'm going to take Kansas. They're 4-point favorites. I'm taking Kansas money line in the first part of my parlay, and then Miami money line against Duke at home. They played 7 of their last 10 games on the road. They're back home. They almost beat Duke at Cameron Indoor Stadium or Arena, whatever you call it. And they're also 3-point favorites. So I'm taking the 2 favorites here, 2-leg parlay. It comes out to plus 158 when I made the bet this morning. The one that I don't necessarily feel the greatest about is Kansas, just because they're coming off getting blown out by Iowa State, but I don't know. I'm not going to bet against Kansas in their home arena. They're very good there. Not just this year, but just historically under Bill Self. This is a huge game. It's the main game that everyone will be watching tonight. I think they bounce back. So that's my 2-leg parlay for tonight, Sean.
All right. And then, Joey, if we could flash, there you go, Kansas money line and Miami money line.
Texas has had some success going into the fog in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And they've
won the last two.
They've had some success against Kansas, and including 2 years ago, a big a statement win, double-digit win in the fog in Lawrence. So we'll see. They're not afraid.
And it's a huge thing for Texas. Joey, when was the last time Texas has won the Big 12?
I think they won it 2 years ago. They won it. Yeah, they did when Cade Cunningham was. Oklahoma State.
I'm pretty sure I heard.
I'm 95%
recently
sure.
that I think the last time they won the Big 12 was literally 2008. I could be wrong on that, but I think that the last time they won it's just been dominance from Kansas over the past couple of years. Maybe correct me on that.
The entire Bill
Conference tournament champions they won in 2021, but the last time
that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, the conference tournament. They haven't won the regular season in a long time. It dominates by Kansas.
They currently lead, and Kansas seems really in a tough spot. Texas can cover their small ball lineup, right? If they go Jalen Wilson to the 5, Texas can cover that. I just think that if Grady Dick doesn't show up, Texas can smother Kansas. Thankfully, again, I talked about cheating on DraftKings Sportsbook, being on a different book. I found something kind of fun here. We're going to be hoping for a middle, Cody. This is the first time we've ever brought up a middle on this podcast. I'm going Kansas State -3.5, and that is on a different sportsbook at -110, and Texas at +4.5 on our beloved DraftKings Sportsbook at -110. The line is still +4.5 for Texas. I would ride Texas +4.5. I do think Texas wins this game at +170, but it was too juicy not to pass up this middle opportunity. If Kansas wins by 4, hey, that Texas money line doesn't hit, but I'll be a very happy man just being able to hit that middle. I thought it was a unique opportunity to hit that. I do think that Texas is the right side. I think they can shut down Kansas, and if they want to get their first regular season conference championship in a crazy season where they've lost their coach, this is the game. Don't even make that game on March 4th when Kansas comes to you in Austin to possibly determine the Big 12. Knock them down here and try to just take down Iowa State later, and you could finally do something that you haven't done since 2008, and maybe the guy that replaced Chris Beard will get the full-time head coach job.
Rodney Terry's done an amazing job.
Thank you. Former assistant.
Texas coming off the loss to Kansas State too, so it's a bounce back position.
Texas beat Kansas State.
Did they beat Kansas State? My bad. I knew it was close. My bad.
Yeah,
so anyway,
they had a comeback win yesterday
with more momentum for sure. If I were to bet the spread, I'd probably take Texas, but I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be it's a good two teams that know each other well, know how one another like to play. Texas in the games like this, it's going to come down. Are they going to hit threes? That's a lot of the time does them in. Yeah, they're like you said, they're built to play against a team that likes to play small like this because they don't have a traditional. Their biggest guy is 6'7", 6'8", so they're not. That plays right into how they want to play.
Yeah, and I think Texas too. They have 4 or 5 guys that can show up and score. It seems like the Jalen Wilson show for Kansas, and if Grady Dick doesn't show up, then who's going to score for Kansas? He's been. It was an
impressive win on Saturday for Texas against Kansas State because Cody was right. They were down by 15 in the first half, and they really battled. So we'll see. I mean, this is a tough team. Yeah, but going into the fog is that's a really tough place to play.
It's tough. My other play for the night is I'm taking the under for Miami and Duke. It went under in their first matchup at when they played at Duke. Now it's going to Miami. I lean Miami to cover the 3 as a favorite. I would love to bet Duke as an underdog here, but I'm afraid to because I just don't know. I just don't know what I'm going to get. And it was a close game in the last game, so I'm staying away. I'm just going to take the under because I think Duke's defense is very good. Really, they allowed 57 points to UNC on Saturday. and it went well under in their last matchup. It was like I think they got into the 130s. It's 145. It was 147 when they played last time. So I think setting that line at the upper 140s is a little too high. So we'll see. And I don't know on the spread, but I like the under.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where to go with this one. I think that it's very clear Miami's a better team. And I was going to put Miami in teaser town and, be all happy with Miami, but does John Shire have that Duke magic, Like, is this the game that just turns around their year, right? Like, I don't know. Like, can they just continue this momentum? I feel like they can, just because they are the Devils. They clearly have some magic that they can just whisper up late on in the season and at least get into the tournament. I like Miami a lot, and I like that you have them on the money line. I just fear for Duke's dark magic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think Duke is that bad. Their offense has just not been like what you've seen from Duke teams in the past. They're very much a defensive oriented team. They go as their defense goes. They allowed 50-some points to UNC last night or on Saturday in a grinded out type game. It felt like a Big Ten game. And usually when Duke and UNC get together, you slam the over because both teams are putting up 80. It was a defensive battle. I do think Miami's offense is a little bit better than Duke's. So if Duke's defense travels, then yeah, I could see Duke winning that game. But again, Miami's played 7 of their last 10 on the road and have played very well. And now they go home and host a team that has already beat them. So I lean Miami to cover the 3, but I also just don't know how much scoring there will be. I think it could be another defensive battle between these two teams like it was the first time. So I'm going to take the under, and maybe I'll live bet. We'll see if I can get Miami as an underdog if Duke starts out hot.
These two teams faced recently. You said 7 of the last 10 for Miami have been on the road. One of those games at Cameron. It was 68-66 win for Duke. They did not cover the 6 spread, so Miami was able to cover the line by 4, and the total was 134. The over-under was set at 148.5. So speaking to your part about Duke playing defensively, playing slow, I like your underplay, and it's just about if Miami could be more efficient than Duke, really. I mean, I think that they showed in that last game they're not really scared by that defense, or it's not really going to limit them that much. It's just can you be a little bit more efficient? Can you just put the finishing touches on it? Because will Duke go 9 of 21 from the 3 again? Will you go 10 of 21 from 3 again? That might say under even more. Like.
And Duke hasn't played the greatest on the road either. I mean, I remember like a week, maybe it was last week or maybe it was a week before, they went to Virginia Tech and they were an underdog going to Virginia Tech, a team that had lost like 4 or 5 or 6 in a row, something like that. And I was like, you got to take Duke here as an underdog. And they're going up against to play a team in Virginia Tech that is like just in shambles. And then what happened? Virginia Tech won. And not only did they cover, they won like outright. so like I think that that's a very similar spot here, because the casual fan will see, oh, Duke is an underdog and they're Duke, like they're going to take Duke. So I think Miami wins tonight.
So Duke has played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 true road games this year. Everything else either been neutral or at Cameron. Okay? Yep. They have 1 win. That 1 win is against Boston College,
in which they won by 1 point.
They won by 1 point. Thank you very
Boston
much.
College State. They are bad. They are bad, dude. Duke is not a good road team. So I'm feeling good about Miami tonight, and I think that the under, because I don't know if Duke's going to put up the points, but I do think it'll be close because their defense is good. But yeah, so we'll see.
Here you go.
God, I just hope that the parlay hits. For
now I'll be watching live with you. We got an empty house, so we'll be popping on a lot of college basketball streams. The Bachelor's on. Thank God for Bachelor season, dude. We talk about NFL season. NFL season is great. We got football on all the time. There's 27 straight days with football, right? Nothing is better than Bachelor season. Empty house on a Monday. Let's go.
I believe, I know DraftKings has done it in the past. I think it's in the pools section, or maybe it's in.
I don't need a
There's
bachelor
some
pool.
tab.
No.
There's some tab. There's some tab
Outta
on
here.
DraftKings where you can bet on The Bachelor. All right, and
Have
I'm gonna
fun.
find.
Have fun. Let's wrap this up. This show up. We got no sweat same game parlay in the NBA for the Bulls tonight, and we also have a teaser town. Let's go to teaser town first. The tyrant of teaser town. We're gonna knock it down from a 5-team teaser to a 3-team teaser, and instead of a 5-point teaser, we got a 6-point teaser. This is from that other book at plus 120. They're allowing a 6-point teaser. So on a 3-team teaser, like I love the fact that you can get 6 points at plus 120. Very, very excited about that. Southern at minus a half point. So basically Southern to win tonight. I think they blow out. I think they got Alabama A&M. I'll double check that. And then Arkansas Pine Bluff plus 10. I think Pine Bluff can win that game. They're a pretty decent squad, and they've been better I think they're actually 7-1 in their last 8 games against the spread. So I do think that Pine Bluff can cover that number. Where is this parlay? I'm just trying to find the matchups. And then Bethune-Cookman plus 13.5. It's a huh? No, I was talking to myself about the matchups just to see who all these teams are playing because now my mind is blanking on this because I did this an hour and a half ago. Bethune-Cookman's got Texas Southern. Bethune-Cookman's 9-14. Texas Southern 7-16. I think they can cover the 13.5. Both of the teams are just. I don't think it's got blowout potential. 12 is a lot to beat a team by. Then we had Pine Bluff men's basketball. They're going up against Jackson State. Just watch Jackson State against Southern. They were down 40-15 in the first half. Pine Bluff, again, is 7-1 in their last 8 against the spread. So I do think that they'll be able to cover, I think it was, again, like 7.5 points there. Southern's going up against Alabama State. Southern just lost. They're on revenge mode here. They're going to probably win this game by 10 points, and I got the number at a half a point there. So excited about that teaser town tonight. And then let's jump into the no sweat same game parlay. Bulls taking on the Spurs. What time's pregame, Joey?
6:30.
6:30. 3 hours away for our guy Joey. This is at, I think, plus 285. No sweat same game parlay for the Bulls and Spurs. DeRozan 35 plus points plus rebounds plus assists. So over 35 points, rebounds, and assists. Ayo Dosunmu over 9.5 points, and then Nikola Vucevic over 9.5 boards. I think this is a huge game for the Bulls, and there's been so many times where, the Bulls are got to win this game. We've seen this with Charlotte and et cetera, yada, yada, yada.
The Spurs are literally resting everybody tonight.
There's so many guards out. So DeMar DeRozan has scored about 35 in every game he's played against San Antonio since leaving. I don't know if he has that type of game tonight just because this might be, hey, let's get the win, let's pass it around, let's dish it out. But I think DeMar touches the ball a lot. So I think over 35.5 or 35 points, rebounds, and assists is a good play. With all those guards out.
Keldon Johnson questionable. Vassell out. Trey Jones out. Sohan out. Langford out.
Yeah, I think Dosunmu is going to have a good game, especially later on in the game when they're probably pulling players. I think Dosunmu in garbage time could do well. And then Vooch. Vooch is just always grabbing 10 boards, so why not add that?
I came up with a 3-legger. We'll call it once again call it the It's Just Nice to Win One parlay. Vooch over 10.5 boards. Josh Richardson to hit a 3 because the Bulls can't guard the 3, and DeMar DeRozan over 23.5 because it is in fact a revenge game. That's the lowest number you can take. So like if he don't get to that, man, then I will. If he doesn't get the 24 points, I'm going to assume the Bulls blew the Spurs out tonight because they got the entire roster involved. Yeah. So, yeah. But it comes out to plus 155.
They can blow them out too, which is they could blow them out tonight too with that injury report. So I don't think that's a bad fear to have. Also, too, now I'm blanking. Anyways, whatever, Cody. You made great points. So much that you just boggled my mind. Also, Woj just said the Nets and Mavs trade for Kyrie has been made official because the Nets are evaluating opportunities to expand the deal with the third team. So that crazy guy is going to go to Dallas, apparently. Maybe the Raptors are going to get involved with that trade, though. Anyways, that's going to do it for CHGO Bets.
Want to bet a future on the Mavericks to win it all?
No, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, all right, cool. I might take Luka to win MVP, though. It might help Luka's MVP chances.
Yeah, I bet the market's probably not very good for him right now.
I think
just
Jokic
like unless you took it at the beginning of the year, but
yeah.
Like he's been like the lead favorite, I feel like all season. So
let's see. And that's going to do it, though, for the show anyways. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. You can follow the show on Twitter at CHGO_bets. The winner special. They don't have any players' futures. That sucks. Damn. No, awards. There we go. Doncic, 7-1 MVP. I don't think it's a bad play. Giannis also 7-1, though. Kind of like Giannis. Giannis had a huge game against the Clippers a couple days ago.
He could win MVP every year with the numbers that he puts up.
Yeah. Jokic is the favorite, -130. Hate that number. I don't think Jokic wins it this year. I think it's Embiid, Doncic, or Giannis. So I actually like all those three numbers there. Anyways, make sure you follow us on Twitter. Thank you to Joey Spathis for producing the show. And we will talk to you tomorrow when we are millionaires with Braggs to talk about the Big Ten and his Boilermakers going down.
Oh, don't remind me.
It's a happy thing. Purdue lost.
Yeah.
Or IU won, I guess, is the bad thing.
No, Illinois lost, and I'm still upset.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right,
we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Hey, it seemed like you had a good experience at Wrigleyville. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Let's go to Demendo. I'm Sean Anderson. We'll talk to you tomorrow when we're millionaires. Goodbye.